and welcome to the briefing room. This edition comes to you from central Delhi. We're right outside the Parliament Street police station, where you can see there's still a huge deployment as far as police personnel are concerned. Protesters, of course, walking through, police personnel and others who have filed their complaints. But before I get into the breaking news, before I want to get into what exactly has happened today, I wanted to tell you the story of our reporter Dev Kotak, who has been covering this protest for the last 23 days. He has been coming to Jantar Mantar on a regular basis. He has been talking to members of the CJP, so they all know him. And today, when he went on stage to try and speak to one of the members of the CJP, this is what happened to him. Completely unfortunate that he was beaten up, thrashed, his clothes have been torn, he's being kicked. You can look at the shoe marks that are there on his shirt. His jeans have been torn, his watch was taken. That's the kind of ridiculous behavior that the CJP protesters are doing with the media. You know, calling media Godi media because you don't agree with them, that is one thing. But if you physically assault reporters and journalists like this, what exactly are you trying to prove? And aren't you taking away from your very cause? Dev, tell us, what time did this happen? How did this happen?
So I had gone to Jantar Mantar to seek an interview with one of the co-founders, Saurav Das. So while Saurav was speaking on stage, me and my cameraman Rajesh Sharma quietly waited. Because the whole scenario began to get a little more intense, the volunteers suggested that we clear out the place for about an hour and come back when it becomes a little more quiet. Just as we were getting out and going on to the Jantar Mantar garden side, we started getting heckled. Until the time there was slurs, sloganeering of Godi media, it was fine. But the assault started. There were slaps, there were kicks, there were punches, water bottles thrown.
How many people were there?
A mob of over 100 people.
100 people on you only?
Yeah.
That's crazy. What were those hungry people? What were they so angry about?
They were saying, आप लोग हमारी कहानी नहीं बताते हो, आप बेईमानी करते हो, हमारे भी कुछ लोगों को कल लगा है. So they are upset.
Isn't that ridiculous? Because you were there. You've been here for 22, 23 days. Please tell the viewers how long you've been covering the CJP protest, who all you've interviewed within the CJP, and why would they say something like this? Because you're someone who's been here since day one.
Out of the three co-founders, I have interviewed both Saurav Das and Abhijit Dipke, having met both of them on several occasions. The members also know me, but the volunteers were behind the barricade closer to the stage, and I was on an unprotected side where the mob fury was coming onto me. It was a case of mob lynching. They kept hitting me, punching me throughout as I tried to make my way out. More people kept coming. However, some nice people were there in the form of protesters who formed a human shield around me to protect me. But what really happened really shook me to the core. But at that point in time, it was top priority for me to save my life and get out from there alive. I have been struggling to even see beyond 10 meters because I wear glasses full time. I told them that leave my glasses, I can't see for a long gestation period. But they did not listen. They snatched my glasses, snatched my watch away. My phone has gone missing. I could feel somebody pulling it out of my pocket at that point in time. And then I fell to the ground when I was closer to the other side of the barricade, on the other end I mean. But when I fell, 100 people were almost coming onto me, but thankfully the human shield protected me, pulled me up and pushed me to save.
Volunteers of CJP who was part of the human shield, or was it someone else?
No, these were random people in the form of protesters who had come to participate, and also you could sense seething anger amongst them because they were like, you have not shown us getting beaten by the cops yesterday and have only shown their side of the story.
But that's not true. We've shown all the sides. We've shown whatever was there visible before us. We have put it all out. In fact, I can't bear to see you like this. I'm just going to give you my coat. Please, Dev has gone to get his medical examination done. He was in fact right behind me at this particular Thana getting his FIR done as well. And Dev, I want to give you this coat. Just cover yourself up.
Sir,
and until you get another shirt to actually cover yourself. And ladies and gentlemen, that's the kind of situation, an unfortunate situation that reporters are having to face. It was Dev Kotak today. Yesterday we brought you the story of what happened to our colleague Shefali. There are other colleagues also who have been similarly thrashed, beaten up very badly, and this is where things are going extremely wrong. So if you're a CJP protester, your cause may be justified. We completely understand the anger, but if you're going to beat up media like this, you're going to lose all the sympathy. You may have frustration with the police, you may have frustration with the central government, but if you're going to take it out on the media, how is your story going to come out, and how exactly does this paint you in good light? I think that's something that is food for thought for all the CJP protesters. Let's listen to the moment right after Dev Kotak was attacked. Let's listen to that.
क्या हुआ भाई आपके साथ? क्या हुआ आपके साथ?
मेरी आंख नहीं खुल रही है चश्मे के कारण।
क्या हुआ था अभी जंतर मंतर पर आपके साथ?
सौरभ पे इंटरव्यू करने जा रहा था, मुझे वो बुला रहा था, उसका कॉल आया, ये लोग ने गोदी मीडिया हाय हाय चिल्लाना शुरू कर दिया और एटलीस्ट अलग अलग 6 दिशा से कुछ 100 मुक्के, लाफे, पानी फेंकना, बॉटल्स फेंकना। उन्होंने चश्मा भी खींच लिया, मुझे चश्मे के कारण थोड़ा अभी दिख नहीं रहा है। मैंने बताया उनको कि चश्मे के ना नहीं दिख रहा है, मत मारो मुँह पे, मत मारो, मुझे जाने दो, मैंने कुछ किया ही नहीं है, निकल ही जा रहा हूँ। तो उतनी देर में वो लोग ने धक्का के गिरा दिया और फिर लात तब भी मारने लगे।
मोबाइल वगैरह भी आपका स्नैच कर लिया?
मोबाइल, घड़ी, चश्मा सब चीज़ लिया। हाँ, और ये फाड़ दिया वो लोग।
कंप्लेंट किया आपने इसमें?
हाँ, पार्लियामेंट स्ट्रीट पुलिस स्टेशन में एक रिटन कंप्लेंट दी है।
And Dev, there must be many people watching this broadcast. If there are CJP, volunteers or the leaders of the CJP are watching this, who you yourself know, what would you like to say to them? Because this is extremely traumatizing. I would imagine if 100 people are coming out to beat one person.
I want to say Saurav, Abhijit and Ashutosh, I was there to cover your cause. I have been covering your cause right from day one, when the first ever CJP protest was planned in Jantar Mantar. When most of the Godi media did not want to do this very Godi media reporter came. I have done segments on my digital platforms for Times Now, Mirror Now as well, and a lot of my content has also gone for TV. So to attack me like this is really not done. I came there for you guys. I have been a student. I support the student.
Yeah, okay. Calm down. I can understand. This is a very, very emotional moment. The manner in which Dev has been beaten up. We certainly hope that no reporter across any media, whether print, TV, digital, whichever be the media, certainly this is no way to behave with them. Reporters also have their own rights to be able to ask questions, to be able to cover their and do their jobs peacefully without being threatened and the threat of violence over here. That's why this becomes so important. Let me quickly, in fact, get in some breaking news as well. In fact, before I go across to my colleagues, Bhavtosh, Priyanka and Dipankar, there are some updates coming in. Let's quickly tell our viewers what all has happened. Rahul Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi have been released from detention. They were detained at various parts of Delhi. And in fact, let me quickly get a word from Bhavtosh Singh on that. Bhavtosh, I believe you are at the location where Priyanka Gandhi was. Take us through what exactly happened over there, because I believe a huge number of her supporters were also present at that police station.
Faction around 20-25 minutes back. Sonia Gandhi was present here. As soon as she came here, there was a large number of Congress supporters who came, and then they were shouting slogans for Congress party against BJP, and then Sonia Gandhi left, and immediately the Mandir Marg police station gates were opened, and Priyanka Gandhi also left from here. All those who were detained at Mandir Marg police station have been released, and the police on its part has said that no one was detained, but high drama started early in the evening when Rahul Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi and other Congress leaders sat on the rear side of, or the back side of Prime Minister's residence, and then they were in fact removed from there. Traffic was also affected, but the Congress party and Rahul Gandhi said that's the only way they can show the grievances and plight of students who have reportedly...
Okay, let's listen very quickly, Bhavtosh, to what Priyanka Gandhi said as she was leaving the police station.
Right to protest is a fundamental right, and no government has the right to suppress that right. This is a democracy. This is a democracy which belongs to the people. It belongs to the youth. Parliament belongs to the youth. We are elected by them. And we cannot continue like this without a discussion. We cannot continue without change. We cannot continue ignoring them. And certainly, it is unacceptable that they should be beaten in the way they were beaten yesterday. It is unacceptable. And we do not accept it. We will fight for them. We will fight with them.
Let me quickly get in a word from Priyanka as well. Priyanka, this is of course, as we know, all of these leaders have now been released one by one. But what exactly is the police going to do from here on? Are they going to allow for permission? The CJP continues its protest at Jantar Mantar. They had called for a protest outside the police headquarters at 8 p.m. or 8:30 p.m. which they've now called off. What exactly are your sources in the police telling you? Priyanka.
See, Madhav, the Delhi police was very much prepared because the Commissioner of Police himself came to the Parliament Street where the protest march was called. But suddenly the CJP called off this particular protest, and now the situation remains to be calm. Around 50% of the CJP supporters have already left from Jantar Mantar. The biggest mistake which the Delhi police did was to leaving the stage, because in this kind of scenario what we have seen, that whenever there has been asking, whenever there have been anger which has been resulting into violence, the stages are being removed. But suddenly something happened and the Delhi police decided not to remove those stages. There have been 6 FIRs, Madhav, which have been filed, and few of the FIRs are named FIR where the arson violence which has been created by these so-called CJP supporters has been mentioned. What is very ironic that the march was towards the parliament, but the vandalism and the attack on the police team happened on the opposite side near the Connaught Place, which is certainly implying that the politically backed supporters of the CJP were not willing to do so. If you look at the larger perspective, Madhav, the CJP has been demanding a political demand of removal of the minister who is in charge of the education department. They have not called for revamping the system. They have not called for any kind of fair investigation in this case. There is nothing which has been demanded as such so far which can result to this kind of thing. And attacking media, attacking
of course, there are
journalists.
huge political ramifications of what CJP has said, but they're also saying that if a new minister comes, they hope the system will be reformed. But quick word from Dipankar. Dipankar, we told Rahul Gandhi has also been released from the Chhattisgarh Stadium where he was taken. How long ago was it? Did he speak to the media once he left that location?
Well, yes, at 8:30, around 8:30 was when Rahul Gandhi was brought in at the Chhattisgarh Stadium along with Devendra Yadav and other Congress leaders. And at about 9:30, Akhilesh Yadav was also brought at the Chhattisgarh Stadium. As of now, Rahul Gandhi, Devendra Yadav, Akhilesh Yadav and other leaders have been released from the Chhattisgarh Stadium. They have left the place. People like Sachin Pilot and other leaders of Congress party had also come in to meet Rahul Gandhi over here. Sachin Pilot, when we interacted with Sachin Pilot, he said that it is a black day, that Rahul Gandhi was there protesting in support of the students, and this is a black day in the way in which Rahul Gandhi was removed from that place. It is shameful that he was removed like that. So this was the words of Sachin Pilot when he came in here to meet Rahul Gandhi. As of now, Akhilesh Yadav also has left along with Rahul Gandhi and Devendra Yadav. They did not speak to anyone. That they did not give any kind of media bite.
We'll have to leave it there for the moment. Bhavtosh, Priyank and Dipankar, I'd like to thank all three of you for joining us with all those ground reports, and also Dev Kotak for sharing with us the extremely traumatizing experience that you had. And we certainly hope no reporter from any network, any channel, any newspaper, any website ever has to go through this kind of a physical assault where over 100 people were seen beating him. And moving on to the focus of the day, which is Rahul Gandhi's protest, the Congress protest that took place, a surprise protest right outside Lok Kalyan Marg. We have seen, of course, how within Parliament there were multiple adjournments, but outside Lok Kalyan Marg, Rahul Gandhi, who's of course the leader of opposition Lok Sabha, Mallikarjun Kharge, the president of the Congress party and leader of opposition Raj Sabha, Priyanka Gandhi, and a whole host of Congress leaders, including 2 chief ministers of Kerala and Karnataka, was sitting on dharna. This is, remember, a very, very high security zone. How they got there and really how they were allowed to be there is a very big question indeed. But there were attempts by the government. We saw Minister of State in the Prime Minister's office, Dr. Jitendra Singh, as well as the Union Home Secretary Govind Mohan, also going there talking to Rahul Gandhi and trying to convince him. But none of that seemed to work. Of course, that is part of a separate controversy because there are different versions of what the conversation really had. But at the end of the day, Rahul Gandhi and other leaders were picked up one by one. They were detained and they were taken to various parts of the city post that detention. Take a look at this ground report, which will give you all the details of the action, of the drama that transpired in the heart of Delhi.
गलती को धक्का दिया है।
Alright, so we are in fact, as you can see, a short while here, Akhilesh Yadav has arrived here at the Lok Kalyan Marg. This is where we are at, and you can see Rahul Gandhi and the leaders of the top leader of the Congress party, they are about to be detained. You're seeing the police present there in large numbers, and how in fact Congress leaders are trying to build up a cordon in front of him. The police and the RAF who are present here in large numbers, their numbers have increasingly swelled up in just the last few moments. They are coming in front to try and detain, of course, Rahul Gandhi, take him away from this particular location. They are saying that there was no permission as far as a protest is concerned, and you can see, of course, Rahul Gandhi along with top leaders Akhilesh Yadav as well present over there in front, along with Rahul Gandhi, who are now making their way away from this particular location, and they are in the process of being detained.
Democracy in India is happening right now.
Okay, and you can see Rahul Gandhi, right, another attempt being made to whisk him away. I don't know if you can see the camera right in front of you. I'm going to ask Vijay Sachin to focus on Rahul there. Attempts, it's like a tug of war, repeatedly being asked to, move back and forth. We've seen Rahul Gandhi and Congress leaders being pulled by the police personnel, and now he has sat down. Yes, Rahul Gandhi and other leaders have sat down on dharna at that particular location. Akhilesh Yadav also right next to him, and other top leaders including Amrinder Raja Wading, Abhishek Dutt and others who are also present with Rahul Gandhi, who are sitting down on dharna. So high drama on the streets of the national capital. This is unlike what we normally see in Lutyens, Delhi, and all of it unfolding right outside the Prime Minister's residence. And this is, of course, the situation that as it exists.
Well, yes, you can see in the visuals as well that Priyanka Gandhi Vadra can be seen here. She's hanging there as now she has been detained by the Delhi police, as we can see in the visuals as well that how Priyanka Gandhi Vadra is now there inside the bus. She has been detained by the Delhi police, and all of these leaders from the Congress party are now being taken to the police station. In fact, Rahul Gandhi has also been detained by the Delhi police just now. Mr. K.C. Venugopal, who has also got injured due to this protest, he has also been taken by the Delhi police. Now you can also see the visuals here that how it is now Mr. K.C. Venugopal who has been detained by the Delhi police. You can see that how he has been taken by the Delhi police personnel along with the other senior leaders of the Congress party.
And for more on this, let's go right across to our guest. Joining us live, we have Mr. Leher Singh Siroya, Member of Parliament of BJP in the Rajya Sabha. Deepak Reddy is National Spokesperson of the TDP. Mr. Kalanidhi Veeraswamy is Member of Parliament and Spokesperson of the DMK. We also have with us Nikhil Jain, a political analyst, joining us. Let me start first with Mr. Leher Singh Siroya. Mr. Leher Singh Siroya, what has happened between yesterday and today? क्या फर्क रहा? क्योंकि CJP का कहना था कि उनके साथ कुछ एंगेजमेंट नहीं हुई, गवर्नमेंट ने चर्चा नहीं करी। राहुल गांधी प्रधानमंत्री के घर के बाहर, लोक कल्याण मार्ग के बाहर बैठ जाते हैं धरने पे, उनके साथ 1 घंटे में चर्चा शुरू हो जाती है। आर वी लुकिंग एट सम काइंड ऑफ अ डिफरेंस इन अप्रोच ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट? मिस्टर लहर सिंह,
देखिए, कल से और आज में कोई ज्यादा फर्क नहीं है। कल कुछ लड़कों की लड़ाई थी, आज कुछ और लड़कों की लड़ाई है। मुझे दुख इस बात का है कि आज देश में जो युवाओं ने जो एक विक्रम वन का जो किया है, एरोस्पेस का, उसकी खुशी बनाने के बजाय, युवाओं को बधाई देने के बजाय, और जो लाखों छात्र जो नीट की परीक्षा पास करके अब जो एडमिशन की तैयारी करें 2-3 दिनों से उसमें लगे हुए हैं, उन बातों पर से ध्यान हटाकर हम इस तरह की बातों में लगे हुए हैं। और मैं इस बात को लेकर भी चिंता हूं कि मैंने मेरा पूरा जीवन जो मेरा स्कूल में पढ़ा है, मैंने सरकारी स्कूल में पढ़ा है, और नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी और एजुकेशन पॉलिसी पर चर्चा संसद में होनी चाहिए कि सरकारी स्कूलों को कैसे उनका स्तर बढ़ाया जाए ताकि आम आदमी के लड़कों को पढ़ने का मौका मिले। क्योंकि आज भी 95% जो कस्बों के लोग और गरीबों आम आदमी के लोग बच्चे हैं, वो आज भी सरकारी स्कूल में पढ़ते हैं। और हमारे यहाँ ऐसा हो गया कि लुटिस दिल्ली जैसे पूरा सब कुछ है, यहाँ के जो कुछ जो लोग हैं, यहाँ जो 10-20 लोग जो कल से परसों से लगे हुए, मैं उनको सुन रहा हूँ, उनको लगता है दिल्ली और ये बड़ी बड़ी कॉलेज यूनिवर्सिटी के सिवाय आगे कुछ है ही नहीं। तो ये बड़ा चिंता का विषय है मेरे पूरे देश के एजुकेशन के लिए। मुझे इस बात को लेकर के चिंता है, और अगर संसद में चर्चा होती जिसके लिए हम तैयार हैं, और मैं पार्टी से अपील करता हूँ चर्चा होनी चाहिए तुरंत। और ये जो लीक पेपर लीक का मामला है, मैं समझता हूँ पूरे जी, तो मैं ये चाह रहा हूँ कि जो
नहीं इम्पोर्टेंट विषय है चर्चा का, बट द डिमांड्स ऑफ ऑपोजिशन आर क्वाइट डिफरेंट। जी मैं एक रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि लेट अदर्स आल्सो कम इन नाउ. Nikhil Jain, why not allow for discussion on this matter inside the house? This was a demand of Rahul Gandhi, says Dr. Jitendra Singh. But he says when he got permission for this, then Rahul Gandhi shifted the goalpost and says that I will not stop my dharna until there is discussion in the house and Dharmendra Pradhan resigns. Was there a change of position as far as Rahul Gandhi is concerned? Nikhil Jain.
Madhav, absolutely, there's been a change of position. So far as the government, the BJP is concerned, not as so far as Rahul Gandhi or any members of the opposition are concerned. The very cavalier attitude of the government when it comes to demands of the students and the protesters shows in the BJP spokesperson, who also happens to be a member of parliament right now. Right now, also is interested in making these, poetic remarks कि कल 2 लड़कों की लड़ाई थी, आज 2 लड़कों की लड़ाई है. जैसे साहब को कल जो लाखों लोगों का सैलाब उमड़ा था, वो दिखा ही नहीं. The lakhs of protesters that we saw in central Delhi, the BJP MP is oblivious to it. The BJP government is oblivious to it. Today you have the leader of opposition sitting with many members of the parliament, including Akhilesh Yadav, outside a protest, outside the Prime Minister's residence, and he's been detained. And yet the BJP is so very cavalier about it. So the students don't matter, members of parliament don't matter, leader of opposition does not matter. Only thing that matters is Prime Minister Modi and some random scheme that has been launched today. Now the BJP MP wants us to clap because some aerospace related thing has happened today, as if nothing happened in the capital city yesterday, as if nothing is happening today, as if the leader of opposition has not been detained.
No.
When will we talk about the students?
That is, I don't think. Let's not say that something has happened today. That is an achievement. The government has every right to talk about its achievements. But Nikhil Jain, what is going to happen next? And how are you going to get your alliance partners along? Aam Aadmi Party doesn't appear to be very happy because Sanjay Singh is on record to say that this is a strategy of the Prime Minister asking Rahul Gandhi to do this to weaken the CJP protest. That's what Aam Aadmi Party is saying.
That party can have its own views so far as the Congress party relates. Chandrasekhar Azad can also have his own views, but fact of the matter remains that whether it is Aam Aadmi Party, Sanjay Singh, Akhilesh Yadav, Samajwadi Party, Rahul Gandhi, Congress Party, Chandrasekhar Azad, all of them are asking the very same things of the government, as are the protesting students and the people of India. Accountability. When will Dharmendra Pradhan, Education Minister, resign?
Okay.
And what is the accountability of the Home Minister and the Prime Minister in terms of the police brutality?
Let me bring in Mr.
To Indian citizens, yes.
No, well, you may think that Aam Aadmi Party, etc. are not important, but let me bring in the DMK, because DMK is another ally of the Congress Party, erstwhile ally, if I can call it that. Mr. Kalanidhi Veeraswamy, what is the approach of the Congress Party at this point of time? We did see Supriya Sule and Akhilesh Yadav reaching over here, but there was some kind of disconnect between opposition parties is what we felt through the course of the day in terms of the CJP protests and the protests that happened today.
No, see, we have been very clear in the DMK party about our views on NEET. We have said that NEET is an exam which is not doing any good for the students of this country, and also it is going to make it like where only people from the cities are going to be coming and joining medicine, whereas people in the villages will not be given that opportunity. So you have to understand that in India, the healthcare system has to be reached to all the places, including the villages. And in Tamil Nadu, we have had a great work being done in the healthcare department. That is mainly because we did not have these kind of NEET exams. We were giving to students who were coming from villages also opportunities to come and join medicine. There has been a study which has shown that the NEET exam is detrimental, where it does not treat students equally from both urban and rural areas. And we also now find that there are so much of irregularities happening that the government is not bothered about it at all, where they had to cancel an exam which puts strain on lakhs and lakhs of students.
No, but how are you going to hold the government to account in the parliament, sir? What are you going to raise? Because various opposition leaders are raising the question of excessive use of force by the police. How are you going to take up this matter in the House?
No, any kind of putting down of a protest in this fashion, I think, is totally barbaric, and I think that the government should be answerable to this, and the students who have been injured, I mean, like I think all of those things should be documented, and action should be taken against people who have caused these decisions. I don't know who where the ball stops, because this decision to lathi charge these students, I don't know where from they had given it. Even in Parliament yesterday, they had closed down all the gates, where even we were finding it difficult to move inside the Parliament or coming out or going back inside. So this amount of problems this government is facing. And again, now they are also...
Mr. Veeraswamy, the allegation is that certain political elements, certain lumpen elements from political parties, etc., have entered the students' protest and they have hijacked the justified cause of the students. That is the criticism coming in, because there are several videos. While of course you are right that there are certain videos of police beating up the protesters, there are equal number of videos of some of the so-called protesters also behaving violently with police personnel.
See, what I'm trying to say is, today's age, you have technology where you could have video footage of all these things. You try to find out where policies have been have gone beyond their limits and beaten up all these students. And similarly, if the government has evidence that some students had turned to violence, you can take action on them, because it is always a reciprocal thing where once the police start lathi charging, I think the students are going to react to that. You don't expect the students like Mahatma Gandhi to keep sitting over there and saying that, okay, keep hitting me with the lathi. Because what visuals I have seen, like there is a single man standing and 6 or 7 police people lathi charging him, and he does not move and he's screaming at them saying, beat me down, murder me, and all those things. So when these kind of footage is seen, it sends a very, very bad signal. I mean, like, in fact, this Cockroach Janata Party, the way it has grown, it shows the unrest among the students and the youth, where they feel that this government has taken away their jobs, taken away their rightful education, where it has become a business.
Okay, let me get in the TDP on that. Let me get in the TDP on that. The Cockroach Janata Party's growth is a sign of the frustration the youth has with this government. That is a clear charge, and also there are videos of how people were withstanding the lathi charge of the police. That's the charge of the DMK. Please respond to that. Deepak Reddy.
Madhav, before I start off, the DMK gentleman, it's not the former ally of Congress, it's the betrayed and backstabbed ally of Congress. That would be a better introduction. And I would like to start off with this photo of Rahul Gandhi's today. What he's now putting out through all their handles, trying to portray as if he's a hero, as if he's fighting something like an independence battle. So here it is very clear that this drama is just a desperate attempt by Rahul Gandhi to launch himself in a way where people might take him seriously. But looking at these photos coming out from their own handles, it is absolutely clear that he wants to get political mileage and benefit out of the students' protest. One thing I would like to point out clearly here is Rahul Gandhi has been talking about this kind of a violence for the last 6 months. So it is absolutely clear. Now they are behind this, and we have credible information that Aam Aadmi has mobilized people for yesterday's protests from Punjab and from several parts of Delhi. And a lot of anti-national elements have come in, and they're keeping the students in the front and did the violence yesterday. They did the damage yesterday. Students, if you see the number of the speakers who
has Congress done it or Aam Aadmi Party done it? They are certainly not in alliance. Has Congress done this mobilization, alleged mobilization that you are claiming, or Aam Aadmi Party?
The members of the Indie ecosystem are part of this conspiracy, because individually nobody takes them seriously. So that is why they want to keep the students in the front and then do the violence from the back. And tomorrow, if all the cases are getting booked on the students, the students will not get No, it's not a charge, it's a fact. It's a fact. Now, once the investigation is going to get done, and everything is going to come out in black and white, and all the evidence will finally lead to these parties. They are the ones who instigated that.
Very serious charge being leveled over here, that you are the ones who have instigated this kind of a violence, that you have brought in leaders from other states to come in and carry this out and have pushed the students at the forefront. Respond to that.
Mr. Reddy has all sorts of wild charges, and he wants to get into the kind of relationship that the DMK and the Congress have right now. Should I remind him that his leader in 2019 called Prime Minister Modi a terrorist? So let's not get into bizarre arguments. Fact of the matter is, this is a protest of the students, of civilians. This is what happened yesterday or what happened today. It is not of political parties, not the Congress, not the Aam Aadmi Party, not any other party. It is students, it is ordinary people. And Madhav, I'm sure you've been on the ground. You would have seen that this is normal. I was on the ground. I was there for 6 hours yesterday. I plan to go again today. These are ordinary students with Mr. Reddy does not want to believe.
Are you saying there were no activists of any political party? Nikhil Jain? Nikhil Jain, are you saying there was no activist of any political party since you were on the ground?
Madhav, of course there were activists of other political parties, but for anybody to suggest that these protests were in any manner being planned or
You're proving
led
his
by
point then.
any political party, no. First of all, let's get one thing very clear. It is not illegal, unconstitutional or wrong for political parties to be part of protests. I don't really understand what is this line of argument that's being taken in this country, as if anything that has any association with any
Of
political party.
course not. No, one second. Nikhil, one second. Listen to my question very carefully. The allegation being made here is this, that the students' protest and the students' anger is justified. But political parties have entered that protest, and several of those who were engaged in that violence with the police personnel are actually members of political parties, not the students themselves. Do you agree with that?
Absolutely baseless allegation. The political parties are not in the position to plan, lead, or instigate these protests. So far as the instigation and the stroll painting is concerned, that only happened in Connaught Place, and we already have visuals of many policemen in civilian clothes. We have visuals of policemen beating black and blue children, old people. We have visuals of policemen tear gassing and simultaneously doing a lathi charge. I personally was stuck in a lathi charge like that on the Raisina Marg, where the police back to back put out 10 to 12 tear gas shells. While the people were running away, the police lathi charged them, pushed them to a corner on the wall by the side of the Le Méridien Hotel, mercilessly beat them. This is the kind of action that the police is taking. No political party is instigating this. It is just the Home Minister, this new Delhi Police Commissioner, and the Delhi Police and the RAF that are doing all of this.
May I ask you a simple question? Nikhil Jain, in Kerala, the Kerala police used water cannons to disperse the SFI members who are protesting demanding the resignation of Dharmendra Pradhan. Isn't this ironic? Because exactly the same thing when it happens in a Congress-ruled state, then it's all right?
No, Madhav, it is the right of the SFI people to ask for Dharmendra Pradhan's resignation, whether in Kerala or not. But if the Keralam government is using water cannons...
Use of force in one case is all right, but in the other it is not. Let me bring in Mr. Lair Singh. Mr. Lair Singh, do you agree with this? Use of force by police in one case, like water cannons, is okay, but use of lathis and tear gas is incorrect. This is what the statement of Nikhil Jain is. Respond to this.
माधव जी, केरला में क्या क्या नहीं हुआ है और कांग्रेस सरकार में क्या क्या नहीं हुआ है, इन बात में आज छोड़ता हूँ. मैं ये कहना चाह रहा हूँ, 15-17 दिन से ये जो लड़के बैठे थे वहां पे, उस समय ये सारे लोग कहाँ चले गए थे? 3 दिन जैसे पार्लियामेंट का सेशन नजदीक आया, ये अलग अलग पार्टियों को स्पेशली मैं कहना चाहता हूं कि सीपीएम एमएल के लोग दूर दूर से आए और इस तरह के जो अर्बन नक्सल जिनको कहा जाता है, जिनका नाम मैं लेना नहीं चाहता यहाँ पर, वो सब लोग आके 3 दिन से वो आने लग गए और उन्होंने इस आंदोलन पे ऐसा रूप दिया ताकि इसमें हिंसा फैले और सरकार का ये सारा मामला बिगड़ जाए. और जिस पर वास्तव में जो चर्चा करनी है एजुकेशन के पॉलिसी के ऊपर में, और ये नकल और नीट का जो ये हुआ है, गड़बड़ हुआ, उसको कैसे सुधारा जाए, हम सब इस बात के लिए चिंता है और हम भी सरकार को सुझाव देना चाहते हैं कि क्योंकि इसमें बच्चों के भविष्य का सवाल है पूरे देश में. मैंने जैसा कहा कि खाली लुटेंस की दिल्ली तक सीमित नहीं है, लाखों करोड़ों बच्चे बाहर के कस्बों में रहते हैं, शहरों में रहते हैं, उनके भविष्य का सवाल है. तो इस पर संसद में विस्तार से चर्चा होनी चाहिए और मैं भी चर्चा में भाग लेना चाहता था.
इस पूरे मामले का समाधान आखिर कैसे होगा? Why not have a dialogue and try and resolve this issue rather than resorting to strong arm measures? Because if there is police force, particularly against students, that does not send out a very good message.
देखिए, संसद में चर्चा से होगा और ये नकल का विषय बहुत बड़ा विषय है, नीट का विषय बहुत बड़ा इशू है. हमें इसको चर्चा करनी चाहिए और मैं चर्चा के लिए मैं भी चाहता हूं और मैं भी सरकार से आग्रह करूंगा कि इसको तुरंत चर्चा कराई जाए किसी भी नियम के अंतर्गत. लेकिन इस तरह से एनार्की फैलाना, अराजकता फैलाना से नहीं होगा. और इसके लिए क्योंकि इसमें सोसाइटी में बहुत लंबे डीप तक चला गया है ये नकल वाला मामला. मैं चाहता हूं मेरा बेटा भी नकल से पास हो, आप चाहते हो आपकी बेटी भी नकल से पास हो. ये सोसाइटी का एक बीमारी सा बन गया है. इसके लिए जैसा आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने सवेरे कहा है, हम कड़े कदम उठाएंगे और जो 13 लोग जो अरेस्ट हो चुके हैं उनको हम एग्जाम्पलरी पनिशमेंट दिलाने का प्रयास करेंगे. और जिनकी जो से भी लैप्स हुआ, चाहे मिनिस्ट्री से हुआ या मिनिस्ट्री के अधिकारियों से हुआ हो, जिससे भी सिस्टम से उनके खिलाफ कड़ी कार्रवाई करेंगे. ये मेरा भी आपसे वादा, प्रधानमंत्री जी के खिलाफ मैं भी वादा करता हूं. और चर्चा होने से हम सबको मिलकर बैठकर चर्चा करनी पड़ेगी. आपको और हमारे बच्चों का भविष्य का सवाल है. कल ये जो अर्बन नक्सल टाइप के जो लोग घूमते हैं और इस तरह के जो तुरंत कहाँ से आ जाते हैं, कहाँ से कोई एक्ट्रेस बेंगलोर से आ जाता है, कोई एक्ट्रेस बॉम्बे से आ जाती है.
So Pawan Khera, what would you say about the entire idea behind organizing today's protest? How did it happen? What was the image and what was the messaging that the Congress party was trying to do here?
We were trying to fight for the justice for the youth in the parliament. We were stopped. Outside the parliament, on the streets, we are stopped. The Prime Minister is not a king of this country. He's not living in a palace that he can't step out and discuss the plight of the future of this country with us or with anyone.
All right. Mr. Jitendra Singh, who came to speak to Mr. Rahul Gandhi along with the Home Secretary Govind Mohan, later put out a post saying that he had come there to ask Rahul Gandhi what his demands are. He demanded a discussion in the parliament, but when he got permission for that and came back to Mr. Rahul Gandhi, his allegation is that Rahul Gandhi then said, not only a discussion in parliament, we also want the resignation of Dharmendra Pradhan. So he says, for a leader of this stature, the leader of opposition to be changing their position so quickly, this is not right. Your response?
Will the government decide our demands? Do they want a ready-made, tailored democracy where the Prime Minister will decide what the LOP will demand? LOP's demands have been very clear all along. Resignation of Dharmendra Pradhan. And after what happened on the streets of Delhi yesterday, resignation of the Home Minister and the Prime Minister. They cannot deal with our youth like this. In the ICUs of the hospitals of Delhi, there are youth lying there, battling for life. And they are worried about protocols. They are worried about why LOP has changed its demand. No demand has been changed.
Okay, because we also saw at the same time, Sanjay Singh of the Aam Aadmi come out and allege that this is at some kind of, there is some kind of decision between Mr. Rahul Gandhi and Mr. Modi. So why is the Aam Aadmi Party on a different page?
We are fighting for the youth of this country. I am not interested in who is saying. It's not important. That's immaterial. The youth of this country are looking up to the leaders of the opposition to take up their cause and fight with this government which thinks they are rulers of this country.
Let me take this question across to Rashid Kidwai. Rashid Kidwai, for about 20 days, we saw no movement from the Congress party, the left, Samajwadi Party, Aam Aadmi Party and several other political parties express their solidarity with the protesters of the CJP. We saw Pawan Kheda go there a few days ago. We saw, the statements coming in from Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi a few days ago. But is this Rahul Gandhi's attempt to try and reclaim that space of the main opposition force that is taking on the government on this issue by bringing the protest to the Prime Minister's doorstep quite literally?
Yeah. So, Madhav, I think the Congress for once has played its cards, political cards, deftly. It didn't want to play second fiddle to Cockroach Janata Party or those who are protesting. The Congress, remember, has taken a known position, pronounced position on paper leaks, on NEET, etc. And they wanted to further that. Now, yesterday's event gave them a bigger platform and therefore they have done it. I think the mistake the government of the day made was when there was a protest near Prime Minister's house. There is a blue book, there is a total protocol relating to Prime Minister's security. These people should have been evicted then and there itself in the first instance. I think, the gap of this few hours has damaged actually government credibility. And Madhav, since there is very little trust deficit between, there is a lot of trust deficit between the ruling coalition and the opposition, I think these talks were rather meaningless. See, the demand for resignation of Prime Minister, Home Minister, Education Minister is very common. You look at the, 10 years of UPA, what was BJP doing? They were also demanding. So that's a legitimate thing. Whether you concede to demand or not, I think government of the day again had a lot of time, a lot of speculation about cabinet reshuffle. Even if a portfolio was shifted, I think it would have, softened all these things what we are seeing today.
Lair Singh ji, this is a very important question. I want to bring you and Deepak Reddy both into this. How is it possible that in such a highly secured area, the Congress leaders were able to arrive and protest for such a long period of time? That is also a question because there are security protocols in place.
देखिए, निश्चित रूप से गवर्नमेंट इस बारे में चिंता करेगी, लेकिन मेरा यह कहना है कि नोटिस दिल्ली में जब खड़गे जी के घर पे, जहां सोनिया गांधी जी और राहुल गांधी जी हो और प्रोटेक्टिव हो, उनसे ऐसी उम्मीद कोई कर सकता है क्या कि इस तरह की हरकतें करेंगे? और जैसा कि पवन खेड़ा जी भी कह रहे थे कि आदरणीय मोदी जी कोई किंग नहीं है, मैं मानता हूँ बिल्कुल किंग नहीं, उनकी बात से सहमत हूँ। खाली इस देश में किंग है तो राहुल गांधी है या उनके पुरखे किंग रहे, बाकी किसको किंग होने का अधिकार नहीं है। ये मैं मानते हुए मैं ये कहना चाहता हूँ कि जैसा उन्होंने कहा, अभी हमारे पिंदू जी साहब कह रहे थे, वो सेकंड फिडल नहीं बनना चाह रहे थे। 20 दिन से राहुल गांधी जी कहाँ थे? 20 दिन से जब लड़के बैठे थे, युवाओं को चिंता नहीं थी, तो वह किस देश में बैठ के किसके साथ युवाओं की चिंता कर रहे थे, ये मैं जानना चाहता हूँ हमारे इन लोगों से जो आज धरने पर बैठे हैं। और मैं समझता हूँ बहुत शर्मनाक है लोकतंत्र के लिए विपक्ष का ऐसा बर्ताव करना, बिल्कुल शर्मनाक है। स्वास्थ्य संस्थ चर्चा करने के बजाय ऐसा अराजकता फैलाना और इस तरह की सेंसिटिव एरिया में जाके बैठना। अब मैं एक और बताना चाहता हूँ, अगर बाई चांस कोई ऐसा आदमी असामाजिक तत्व अगर राहुल गांधी को खुद भगवान न करे ऐसा हो, अगर कुछ कर दे तो किस पर जिम्मेदारी आएगी? और मैं तो कहता हूँ उनके जो एसपीजी जो है उन लोगों ने उनको यहाँ कैसे आने दिया, इसकी भी जांच होनी चाहिए। तो गृह मंत्रालय को इस पर हमें कार्रवाई करनी चाहिए कि उनके जो एसपीजी के उनके कमांडो जो है उन्होंने ऐसी भीड़ में कैसे आने, कोई भी आदमी एक रास्ते चलता अगर कुछ भी
very important and valid concerns. Rashid Kidwai, the question is this, that Rahul Gandhi, was the narrative slipping away from the hands of Rahul Gandhi and the Congress party, because for 20 days they did not go to Jantar Mantar. The big question that still remains is that, and within the opposition ranks itself, you have Aam Aadmi Party making all sorts of allegations that there is some match fixing between PM and Rahul Gandhi. Within the opposition ranks itself, if there is so much of division, how will they be able to take on the government, both inside the parliament and outside?
So I think political parties look for an opening. The Congress saw this opening and they did it. There are a lot of precedents, lot of instances are there. I don't know why we are taking such a moralistic position. Of course, the security that I have responded that they should have been evicted, whether they were LOP or Congress MPs also. The Prime Minister's security is paramount. But if you, Madhav, I want to take you back when Mumbai was under attack outside Taj Hotel. Gujarat Chief Minister came and held a press conference there. So we have all kind of precedences are there. So therefore, I think, we should not take a very pious position. Rahul Gandhi has as much right.
No, but he was criticized for it also.
Reap a kind of political harvest as the others have done. As others have done.
Okay, Rahul Gandhi has done exactly what others have done. Deepak Reddy, you agree with that contention?
Madhav, this is a deliberate, properly planned thing. You can see for the last 6 months what Rahul Gandhi has been talking. He's been talking about this kind of violence coming and a regime change in India. So what is important here is the students' agitation and protests are different, and the political drama, what is being done by the India ecosystem and anti-national elements are different. So we need to look at it in two different manners. The students have been protesting there for quite some time, and there was no violence. They were doing it peacefully. But the minute the India ecosystem has gotten in, that's when things started turning violent. So once the police gets into all the investigation and all the details are out, we can clearly establish a link that this India ecosystem is behind this. And what is sad is you can see the people who have actually visited the protests in the last 15 days or so. There were a lot of anti-national elements who are linked to the communists, who are linked to the Khalistanis, who are linked to Kashmiri separatists, and all sorts of people who came. And I've seen videos which called death for Modi and death for Amit Shah. So this is not what the students will do. The students are asking for need and certain genuine demands, and they are being addressed by the government. And you can see the minister speaking to them. You can see the Modi ji saying that yes, we are addressing it, and they are interested to discuss also in the parliament. But in spite of all this, deliberately the violence aspect is coming in. The important factor here is I think they are testing the security system in India, and they are planning for much worse things in the coming days. Hence, the police should take note from this and behave stringently and get to the base of all the issues. Even if Rahul Gandhi is involved and he's behind the plot, even he should be put behind bars. So it's not the students. Definitely the students will not do this kind of violence.
What is the proof of such a plot? I don't know what proof do you have. Deepak Reddy, what is the proof of such a plot? What is the proof that there is such an anti-national plot?
About this, Madhav, for 6 months Rahul Gandhi is talking about this. He's saying that, what happened in Nepal is going to happen.
Why is Rahul Gandhi using this language of revolution, of overthrowing, etc.? This shows that Rahul Gandhi and the Congress party is responsible for the actions on ground. This is the statement of the TDP spokesperson. Please respond.
So the TDP spokesperson can make all sorts of wild allegations that he wants. Fact is that he has no single proof for any of the baseless allegations that he's making, whether it is with the opposition parties instigating violent protests, whether it is about the opposition parties wanting for a large Sarjish, conspiracy, terror attack, country's fall. This is ridiculous. Whenever in the past has any ruling party or ruling party ally said that the opposition
Who
parties are
mobilized
trying to
people
break apart the
from
country?
Punjab?
Mr. Reddy, I was not
Come on.
interjecting you.
You can't run away.
Those are
We
farmers
are living
of the
in
country.
information age.
Mr.
You can
Reddy,
see the
Mr.
videos.
Reddy. Mr.
You can
Reddy,
see,
that is the
you can
problem
see
with this
certain
government.
elements, anti-national elements
Reddy,
coming and calling for death of Modi and death of Amit Shah.
Mr. Reddy, I was
The
not
students are
interjecting
not
you.
asking for the death of Modi.
Mr. Reddy, I was not interjecting you. I was not interjecting you. I don't know where
But
you
you
are
have
seeing
to
all
be
these
honest.
videos. I've been
You have
hooked
to
to
be
social
honest.
media in the past.
Okay.
I am being
Okay,
very
let
honest.
Nikhil make his
See,
point.
This is
I'm coming to you. Deepak Reddy, you can respond. Let Nikhil respond.
Madhav, exactly my point that he's saying about all sorts of videos that he's seen. I've been hooked to social media. I have not seen any video that is calling for Narendra Modi to be killed. That is ridiculous. Yes, of course, people are saying Modi Murdabad, which is kosher in a democracy. We have heard naras like this against Manmohan Singh.
People are calling for parliament to be demolished. There are all sorts of inflammatory videos that are doing the rounds. I don't know if you've seen those videos, Nikhil Jain, but there are some videos with extremely objectionable statements as well. And that is exactly why I'm saying have certain lumpen elements infiltrated what is a justified students' protest. Because this is what is being stated and this is what is the concern being expressed by the ruling party and its allies.
Maybe some lumpen elements have infiltrated the protests. Maybe those lumpen elements are from the RSS. Maybe those lumpen elements are the Delhi police people in civil uniforms, because I've seen a ton of videos. If you want, you can go and check my Instagram, where people in civil clothes are beating up students for just standing.
Let me bring in Rashid Kidwai on that note. Rashid Kidwai, who are these people who have engaged in violence? Now, while it's very well to corner the Delhi police, and rightly so, the police should not be beating up student protesters. The police say that it is the protesters who broke barricades, and in several instances, they've beaten up media personnel. They've beaten up police personnel. And they have been extremely violent with them as well, which is why you see, at least in certain situations, why the police has responded with force. Rashid Kidwai.
Yeah, Madhav, you always conduct a very kind of serious debate. And we should not be making, reckless statements which lack substance. Violence has no place in civil society as well as in a democracy like ours. It's very unfortunate. But then, whose responsibility is there to, uphold rule of law? We are the constitutional democracy. If there is any conspiracy from outside India, any anti-social elements, or I find whatever happened yesterday was in a way was a lapse on the part of the intelligence, people who are involved with intelligence, policing, etc. And there needs to be accountability. Same I would say about today also. Therefore, when the TDP spokesperson says that this is all things are happening for 6 months and all, he in a way is indicting his ally, the BJP and the Home Minister, or the Foreign Office. All those people, they are privy to much more information than all of us who are participating in this debate. If the government of the day knows that this is what is happening and there are outsiders and alien forces and anti-national, mind you, these are serious things, then there should be, punitive action, and action would not, restrict to anybody.
All right, accountability lies with the government. That is the point you're making. When it comes to law and order, of course, the government has its own responsibility. I think that is a fair point to make, but there are concerns about how things have played out on ground, and perhaps it's only an investigation that will bring out what really has transpired on ground. Leher Singh Suroya, Deepak Reddy, Rashid Kidwai, Nikhil Jain, and for joining us earlier, Pawan Khera, as well as Kalanidhi Veeraswamy. Thanks so much for joining us this evening.